Hi, I wanted to welcome you to our YouTube video for the open enrollment at Givens Highland Farms. I'm Amy Staton, I'm the HR Director.
I'm Particia Lowery, Human Resources Coordinator for Givens Highland Farms.
And we've got some information to talk to you about and remind you of certain things for the insurance that's available through Highland Farms. Open enrollment will be December 10th, 11th, and 12th, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it'll be conducted in the assembly room. And we have several wellness benefits, Patricia, that we want to make sure that we remind everyone about.
Yes, we do, and most of our information will be based off of the copay plan. The traditional has some different features, and if you want to discuss those, we certainly can. But our wellness part is we have a $350 annual wellness part of our insurance that it pays for your yearly physicals, exams, lab work, diagnostics. It will pay up to $350 a year for those things. If you go for a sick visit, it also pays, it's a $25 copay for those visits. That also goes toward that wellness package.
Okay, and then if you go over the $350, that just applies towards the deductible.
Yes,
right.
And for the copay plan, the deductible is $500.
Okay. All right, and then we also have some dental care benefits.
They are, you get $1,500 dental a year. This also covers 2 visits for having your teeth cleaned, and then everything else is subject to the 80/20, 70/30 deductible.
And what about our eye care, vision care coverage?
We have, our vision care coverage covers $75 annually for a visit to your eye doctor. Every 2 years, it's $250 towards a pair of glasses or $60 for your contacts.
And then we want to remind everybody just to know that you do have chiropractic and acupuncture visits that are available. It applies towards your deductible, and then the rest of that would be at 80%, 20% co-insurance. And if you have any chronic medical conditions that you feel like therapy massage would help, we do have the ability to have that coded so that there is a therapy massage benefit that's available. It does apply towards your deductible. We do have massage therapists that are available on site, or you can go to the provider of your choice. And just to remind you, if you don't have a primary care doctor and you have an issue that is not an urgent or an emergency room type need, if you utilize urgent cares or the emergency room, you're going to end up paying a little bit more. You might also want to consider the CVS Minute Clinic, because that's treated very similar to a primary care doctor. So you'd have a $25 office copay, and then it applies towards your deductible. So that's just something to think about. And we also have pharmacy coverage that's available, right?
Yes, we do. In the copay plan, we have 3 tiers. The first tier is a $15 copay, a $30 copay, and a $50. And those are the maximum that you should have to pay out of pocket for those medications, as long as they're generic brand.
When you do mail order, you will get 3 months worth of a supply of your prescription, but you only have to pay 2 months worth of a copay. And then Givens Highland Farms also has a life insurance policy that's available. Who is qualified for that?
Anyone who works at Givens Highland Farms who is 18 and over gets a policy that is 3 times your salary. It's paid for by the company. If you choose to elect this coverage, your spouse has to be your beneficiary. If you are not married, of course, you can name whoever you would like to.
But if your spouse wanted to allow someone else to be named as beneficiaries, there's a way to do that, right?
Yes, they can sign a waiver and allow you to carry someone else on as your beneficiary.
Okay. And if you've kept up with the news recently, North Carolina legislation changed the definition of who is considered a spouse, and the health plan has also made that adjustment. You may have received information recently. If you've had a same-sex marriage that was performed in any state, that's now recognized in North Carolina, and our health plan will allow that partner to be listed on the insurance as an eligible dependent. The original deadline for that was November 30th, but during the month of open enrollment, you now have until December 31. If you're a new employee in 2015, you would be able to bring your spouse on with that new enrollment. The additional coverage that we want to make sure everyone is aware of, through the Affordable Care Act, Givens has also amended the plan so that if you are a woman who has history in your family of breast cancer or ovarian cancer, and you and your physician determine that it may be in your best interest to have either a hysterectomy or have mastectomies done, you can have the BRCA1 and the BRCA2 genetic testing done, and your physician and you can coordinate that coverage. It will apply towards your deductible and your out-of-pocket expenses. If you do have other questions about that, feel free to give one of us a call and we can talk to you more about that. We will also have an additional YouTube video on some other benefits that are available. We just want to remind you that open enrollment will be December 10th, 11th, and 12th. We will send out an electronic email that will have all of the forms that are available. We have also updated our employee handbook, and there will be some forms for some compliance-related confidentiality agreement, a HIPAA agreement, and your payroll deduction forms that you will want to complete. You can either do that in advance and bring it to see us, or you can do it at one of the open enrollment times. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you in December.